I remember
Get out there, man.
I remember the Postecoglou interview, and it absolutely killed me, bruv. When Ten Hag was catching strays, and he's right. He said, "Listen, I see all
Yo,
the time managers saying I want to play this football, I want to play that football, but I don't have the players. Just do it, mate. You know, like that. Man said, just do it.
yeah,
You don't need to wait to have certain players to play a certain way. You don't. You just play that way. Do you know what I'm saying? If the players aren't good enough, then at least we know what players aren't good enough. Do you know what I'm saying? Or you can coach players into doing a certain thing. Do you know what I'm saying? Because
yeah.
it's funny. Remember before, everyone was, remember when Ten Hag first came, everyone was like, oh yeah, he's gonna try and turn Iqbal into his Frankie De Jong. Remember all that chat.
Mm,
Remember all that chat. They said, oh, like he's gonna try and turn
mm,
Iqbal into his Frankie De Jong, and that 2-2's Iqbal got sold. You know, like, this guy ain't trying to turn
mm.
nothing into nothing. The guy has been in survival mode since he came to the club, because 2 games in,
Bro,
he abandoned everything that he was about, hung on for his life, won a trophy. Do you know what I'm saying? He's an absolute chicken, bruv. That's just what it is. He bottled it. He's
yeah,
bottled. He's
100%
bottled his whole United tenure. He's bottled it. Like, when he gets
bottled it.
sacked, he can look himself in the mirror and say, literally, it didn't work out at United. Yeah, I didn't even impose
Yeah,
myself.
yep.
I didn't even impose
Fact,
myself.
100%. Yeah, 100%, bro. You know what I mean? And like I said, yeah, the idea, the notion that he couldn't play Ten Hag way, he's bottled it with himself as well. He should be disappointed with himself, because at the end of the day, he's allowed players that aren't even that great, yeah, and you're putting your faith in them, man, to play a
Mm.
style of play that really isn't. You know what I mean? Like, it is, bro. He waffles in press conferences.
Mm-hmm.
He says that, oh, I can't play this style. He goes on like certain players that his players and then drops them. You get me? He brought in certain man and don't play him on the pitch. Everything about this manager, honestly, he's a walking contradiction. He's literally a walking contradiction. So I don't believe anything he says. And this idea that, oh, United can get better, bro, we're gonna get worse and worse, man. Like, literally
Facts.
every single thing, yeah. We go one step further and we go about 5 steps back. That's been Ten Hag's reign. One
Yep.
step forward, 5 steps back. That's what literally Man United are. You know what I mean? They'll believe you. Everyone, well, not me and you, but everyone's like, oh, but United, yeah, we got this win here. We got this draw at Anfield. That means the players are behind him. And he gets smacked up next week. How does that make sense? You know what I mean,
Bro.
bro?
But this is the amazing thing about the situation. It's kind of like,
He's conned everyone,
how a
man.
man how a man still how's man still supporting this manager? Because we know the players aren't. We know the players
Yeah.
aren't. Do you know what I mean? Like, even the Varane situation, yeah. Varane trained all week and they didn't play in the last game. And it's just like, bro, like, you see, when players are really, really playing for a manager, you'll play with a runny nose, blood. You'll play with a cough.
Bro,
You know, like
he'll play
that.
with
Like, come
anything.
on, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you'll play ill for a manager. Like, you will. That man seen
You
it,
know what
bro.
it is,
I
though?
remember, bro. I
Yeah,
remember, brother. I remember seeing Patrice Evra throwing up on the pitch for Man United. I don't know if you man
yeah, yeah.
remember that.
Facts.
Man,
Yeah, yeah. I
man's
remember. I
throwing
remember
up
that.
on. Have you throwing
Yeah,
up
yeah.
on the pitch, bro? A man got up and he continued to play, cuz. You know,
Continue.
like that. When you're playing for a manager that you believe in, yeah, and you want to be somewhere, bruv, a little cough ain't stopping you from playing, bro. Like, there's man in this chat right now that will roll up here with the flu to kick ball on Sunday with your brethren because you want to be there.
Yep. hundred
Because you
percent.
want to
But
be
you got to
there.
remember as well. You got to remember as well, yeah. These players also don't want to be the reason why we lost in it as well. So
Yeah.
they're looking at it from a point of view of Varane. He knows. You know what it is, yeah. You can forgive, but you don't forget. You feel me? So Varane's
Facts.
knowing that day when you dropped me for tactical reasons, but all of a sudden when we got an
Yeah.
injury crisis, yeah, you really want me? Nah, 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 nah. I ain't going above and beyond for you, bro. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? I ain't going above and beyond for you. So you could talk about, oh, Varane leader, and we're gonna bring him in for Bayern Munich. Yeah, cool,
Mm.
cool. Bayern Munich, it just puts me on the map. I don't mind playing that. You get me?
Yep.
Champions League football, it puts me on the map. I don't mind playing that. But the reality is, when you need me on a random Saturday, yeah, I might just have this one off, mate. You know, I
Yeah,
might just
that's
be
it.
injured.
Nah, this is long.
You know what I mean? I might
100%.
be ill. You get me?
Nah, 100%. And this is exactly what it is. So when people are saying, oh yeah, that the players are behind the manager, a lot of these man ain't behind the manager. Like someone said, Martial's been ill for 3 weeks. The funny thing about this season for
Facts.
Tony is Tony's been fit. He's actually been fit for the whole season. But he's either been ill or he just hasn't really played. You know, like that. And then you look at Cass. I know for a fact Casemiro could have got back quicker if he really wanted to. because his thing was just like,
Uh,
bro, like I see you in January,
he's like,
man,
when
them
am I
in
gonna
it.
see the
Gonna enjoy my
3.5?
Christmas with my family, bro. Do you know what I'm
God,
saying?
listen,
Because when
trust
players
me,
are
man.
injured and you're hearing bare chat about them leaving the club, that tells you that they're chatting to their agent. They're not happy with what's going on and they're taking it
Yeah,
easy, bro. That's all it is. That's all it
yeah.
is. It's
And I'm
nothing
going
more
above
than
and
that.
beyond. But when you, like I said to you, when it was Fergie or when it's a manager that you like, yeah, you go above and beyond. Say, right, I'm gonna go back
Facts.
with this rehab. I'm gonna go even more intense. I'm gonna even more hard, and I'm gonna even come like I'm gonna come quick as I can. But like I said, bro, there's no rush. Because what are you rushing on? You won't even play. He told Casemiro, "I wanted to play more football." What did he say? I wanted to play football. Well, that's disrespectful to a guy who's won everything and been at that place. You can't really say that to a guy like
Bro,
that.
you
So
can't,
that's what I'm
you
saying to
can't,
you.
that relationship can't be repaired after he's done that.
Broski, man. You
It
said it
can't
in
be
the public
repaired.
as well.
It
You said it
cannot
in
be
public.
repaired. I'm telling
Yeah.
you, like, bro, if you see the kind of man that that Casemiro is, yeah, that them things there, he won't forget those, bro. Like
You can't go on with that.
Casemiro's, bro, like he's a henchman, bro. Casemiro at Real Madrid was out here kicking down man, yeah, and he's done the same thing at Man United. That's him.
Yeah.
That's who he is as a
Yeah.
person, bro. Do you think you could disrespect this
Facts.
guy publicly, yeah, like that, and think that the relationship's repairable? It's not repairable because you've dissed me in public, so now you need to apologize in public.
Facts. You know
That's
what I
what you
mean?
need. That's what you need to do.
But the manager won't do that though. He's just got this idea of, well, every player this and you know what I mean. He tries to group every player like they're together. Come on, man. You can't be grouping players and be like they're the same as Casemiro and Varane. Come on, man. You've got to be able to treat them. I'm not saying treat them differently, but you got to have a little bit of a level of respect, didn't you feel me? Like you can't just be throwing around them kind of words and be like, oh, tactics and that. Come on, man. This guy that's played in multiple Champions League finals. You can't be using. As I'm saying to you, man, it's not about what you say; it's about how you say it as well. Why are you saying it before a game like that? When the whole world's watching, and the next thing you know, oh, Varane might be really washed. You're setting a narrative.
Bro, everyone was
Of
saying
Casemiro.
Varane was washed, bro. They were saying sell him, bro. All of a sudden, two man of the match back-to-back performances. What, Varane's not washed no more? They said the same thing about Casemiro, but then everyone we played in that sixth position has been absolutely drowning, bro.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? And then Amrabat's a fraud now because he played in the same role and he couldn't do it, bro. Like, listen, Amrabat's had some decent games as of late, yeah? He's not the problem either. Because with a good manager, he can do a job.
There you go.
He can do a
There you
job.
go.
We never thought that Amrabat was an absolute world beater, but bro, he's good at breaking up play. He's good at breaking up
Yep.
play. We could play a midfield of him and
Facts.
Casemiro with a more
Facts.
attacking midfielder, and we'd be cash, bro. He's not the
Yep.
problem.
He's not the problem, bro. But again, like I said to you, you know what I mean? McTominay's goals are a reason why United, broski. I don't give a shit if McTominay
Since
scores 20
McTominay
goals
stopped
this season.
scoring, yeah, what has he offered us, bro? He's been our worst player in nearly
Broski.
every game, even the games that he scores in.
But the thing is, though, people don't realize he's become a problem regardless of how many goals he scores. Like his goals can be substituted by players who are technically better and offers more in midfield. So if you have a double pivot of Casemiro and Milo, but you then score less goals, but you still won the game, but you control the game better, rather than losing 2-0, then winning 3-2. And then you kind of like, well, hold on a minute, that really hasn't shown us anything, and we suffered. We don't want to see suffering football, bro. Like nobody's here to be suffered while watching football. You want to be winning the game comfortably. And McTominay, for me, like I said to you, he's him, Rashford, Bruno. These guys will never let Man United play. They're enemy of they play against us. Let's be real. Them man, yeah, they might score you them crucial goals, yeah, but they play against you because they give the ball away. They're not tight in possession. They don't have that game intelligence. They play against you. So don't. This is what I'm trying to say. Eventually, Man United fans have got to realize these guys aren't for us. And if you want to move on and be a proper football team, you got to get rid of these players, or at least if they want to stay, they're squad players. Simple. If you want to stay, squad, but you ain't the first team. We've got to separate that idea of who's a first team player and who's a squad player.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, bro? So I'm just tired of these guys, bro. That think, yeah, but McTominay scores goals, and what are the other midfielders doing? Yeah, but they don't score goals, but at least they're midfielders. I don't want my midfielder scoring goals. I'll be real with you. It's a bonus for me for a midfielder to score goals.
Bro,
A
listen,
midfielder,
listen.
Tony
No
Kroos,
manager
that
in
man.
the history of football, buys a midfielder to score goals. We
But
don't like, bro.
there you
Like, you
go.
don't buy
There you
midfielders
go.
to score goals, bro. You buy a midfielder, and you'll say, you know what? If he can chip in with a certain amount of goals, that's great. But you
Yeah,
buy a midfielder
happy
to do
days.
midfield things, bro. Like scoring goals is not in the job description of a midfielder. That's why goal scoring midfielders are such a rarity. That's the reason why people put Lampard above Gerrard and Scholes, even though he's nowhere near them, because they point to his goal record. That's
Yeah,
why.
goal record.
That's why, bro. It's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
rarity. It is a rarity to have a midfielder that scores consistently a high number of goals, because ultimately that's not their job. Ultimately, that's not their job. You know what I'm saying? But it's not in the
Right.
job description, bro. You know, like that. It's just like if you get a gal, blood, and what, she plays PS5 and that. It's a bonus, blood. Man don't say, oh, you know what, my gal has to play FIFA and that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Furthermore, if your gal plays FIFA, you need to ask why she plays FIFA, blood. What man she was playing FIFA with, cuz. You know what I'm saying? That's a red flag, rude
Yo.
boy. You know, like that. But I'm just saying, you know, like that is crazy. You don't go shopping for a midfielder for goals.
No, you don't. That's what I'm trying to say. You get me? Like, I want my midfielder to do midfield things. You get me? If they can pass, I want them to pass. I want them to have that vision. I want them to be technically secure. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, and this is what I'm trying to say in terms of midfielders now. It's
These
like
are basic
that
things, though.
player.
Technical
Yeah.
security is a basic thing. The most technically secure players on the pitch are meant to be the midfielders, bro. They're supposed to be the
Yeah.
guys that control the game.
But even Iniesta, when you look at Iniesta, man, he didn't get that many assists, that people think he did,
Nope.
yeah. But
Nope.
people still regard him as one of the greatest midfielders that we've ever
Oh,
seen.
yep.
You see what I mean? Because they were so they impacted the game so much by their forward thinking, their
Yep.
technical security, their vision, their way of playing, their dribbling. Like they were just like built different, bro. So this is why I'm like, yo, man, like it's not always about the GA guys, man. For a midfielder, his important role is to make that midfield tick and make sure we are secure in what we do. It's almost like the foundation for me of the team. Like that midfield there, if you don't have the foundation set, your house is just gonna crumble, man. Everything's gonna crumble down. You know what I'm saying, bro? And that's been the bane of United's career for so long. Look at Paul Pogba, the way he had to play that midfield with
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
bro, he played with scrubs, and the funny thing is, yeah, all the man, yeah, that disrespected him and underappreciated him. Look at the midfield and the midfield now. You would kill for one.
Oh,
You
mate.
would kill for a
Yeah.
Pogba. There'll never be another midfielder like Paul Pogba, yeah, probably ever again, because the way the
Yeah.
game's going, players
Hey,
just
listen,
don't have the players just don't have that talent anymore. They just don't have it. Do you know what I mean? This guy
bro.
has got a generational gift. A generational gift for a 6'3" player to have feet like that, bro. Do you know what I mean? And that's another reason.
Well, the left
Segueing
and the
into
right, bro, it's
the
mad.
thing that I saw some quotes from Ratcliffe when they kind of asked him about Greenwood, and he just basically said, "Listen, this guy is one of the best young talents in world football, and we'll see what we can do. Like, if they can, he'll try and bring him back."
Yeah. No, of
And
course
bro,
it will, man.
he
Are you
has to
mad?
do everything. He has to move heaven and earth here to bring him back,
Mm.
bro. You know, like that. He has to
They didn't
move
deal with the
heaven and earth to
situation
bring him
though.
back.
You got to remember, they didn't deal with the situation the way Man United dealt with it in that kind of way. So they're going to have their own vision, their own
Mm.
way of playing. And like I said to you, man, if he goes to Real Madrid or Barcelona for a top fee and he goes there and shells it, you know what I mean? Because we know
But
the
he's still
talent of
under contract
Greenwood
with us
anyway.
until 2026, I think.
2026. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they'll be looking at it thinking, you know what? Because now they've got a different football structure, they'll think in a different way. So
Mm.
I feel like for me they'll keep him. I don't see them selling him, to be honest with you. I think they'll keep him, man, because you got to remember it's a new kind of regime technically with the new football structure, and they'll be thinking, right, we can't really be selling him because he's a prize asset
And
and he's a
also, we're
player
not
that
going to get
got
the money
ability.
that we deserve for him either. So it doesn't
Well,
make
there you
sense.
go.
Like he's a
There you
hundred
go.
million pound player in the modern
You
game
won't get
because
that
you
for him
can't
though.
replace him. Exactly. We're not
You
going to
won't
get
get
more
that
than
for him.
40 mil for him. That's why it's not worth selling him.
No,
It's not worth
there you
selling
go.
him just because we're never going to get his true value. It's an L if we get rid of him. It's an L immediately. Do you know what I'm saying? Because we're not going to get the money that he's worth, and also even though it's 100% profit, it's an L. You're better off keeping him, yeah, taking the 5 minutes of backlash because it's only going to be 5 minutes. That's what it will be. The first couple games of the season, they might boo him. He'll score a few goals. Everyone will stop booing him.
Yeah,
That's what
fans
happens.
pick
They
on,
boo
man.
you, and then when you keep
Yeah.
scoring, and then they realize that it's not affecting you, they'll stop. Like, this is what football fans will do. They'll keep booing, booing, booing. Yeah, you slap one in the top corner and all of that, and it's just like, yeah, cool, that's it. Yeah, yeah, say no more, say no more. All of a sudden, man, not booing no more.
Mm.
You
You
know
know
what I
what it
mean?
is? Like I said to you, man. I think when, especially when you look at the current crop of attackers as well, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, this
Mm.
is why when I see him do what he's doing and that, and I'm looking at our forwards, and I'm like, broski, man, it's night and day, man. It's
Mm.
just, bro. Our forward line is just trash, man. And like I said, Sancho's not there as well. You get me? Like this manager needs to. That's what I'm saying. Even the Sancho knew as well. This is how mad it is, yeah. Sancho,
I
there's a
think
reason
that he
why he's not
stays, you
said
know.
sorry, man, as well. Yeah, of course, man. Bro, if the manager goes, are you mad? Sancho's coming back, man. Are
Yeah.
you crazy, bro? Are you crazy? Because at the end of the day, you've got a fresh start again. You know, when you got a fresh start in life again, it's always thinking, you know what? Maybe let me see what I go on with this. Let me see if this is all
Yeah,
right.
bro. I want to see him
So
with a chip on his shoulder, bro. That's what I want to see because I think that we'll see the best football from him. You know what I'm saying? We'll see
well,
the
there you
best
go.
football from him when he's playing with a point to actually prove in it. And it's one
Yep.
of them ones where they've basically all but said that there's going to be no winter transfers with Ineos and that. So like no one's coming in January.
No one's coming in.
Hopefully no one leaves as well, bro.
No,
And
no.
I think Sancho stays, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think that, bro,
Because
this might be the manager's
technically,
last game today because I swear
yeah,
down.
bro. I hope so. Bro, technically, I think they don't start until February in terms of their
Yeah,
kind
they
of
don't. They
active
don't,
date.
but they'll be
Yeah, so
involved.
that means, yeah, so that means then what we won't get it. And I don't want to get any transfers. I'll be real with you, man. Yeah, I don't want any
Mm.
signings in January because for me, this
Squad's
this
too
the
big. We need
old
to be getting
regime are
rid of
still there,
players, blood. Yeah.
rid of players, and we also need to get rid of this manager. And he cannot ask for any more players because this guy has brought in scrubs at this
Mm.
football club. Yeah, he has brought in absolute scrubs at him. You know, so for me, I don't
Mm.
want to be seeing those short termisms and anything like that. Let's keep because the season's done anyway, man. I don't think we're reaching top four with this manager anyway. So for me, don't just play what we've got to do to the end of the season. If we get top four, we get top four. But at least next
Mm-hmm.
season's a clean start with a new manager. You know what I'm trying to say? Because the season's done anyway, bro, with this manager. So you get me, like it's just
No.
yeah, man, it's long.